Hello and welcome to our monthly market update. My name is Masoud Vatandoust, broker with the Vatandoust search team at Keller Williams Energy Real Estate. And I'm here as usual with Doug, who filled in for me as well last month. Thank you, Doug.
My pleasure.
Yeah. So Toronto Real Estate Board and the Durham Region Real Estate Board just released the numbers for the month of August. And we are, as usual, going to go through the sales and the prices and what the market is doing. So Doug, please take over and let's go through the graphs and numbers.
Okay, thanks, Masoud. So we'll start with number of homes sold in Durham Region. There were 806 homes sold in August of this year compared to 700 residential transactions last month, which is an increase of about 15.1%, although this is 19% lower than what I call the sort of a normal year or the 10-year average, which is 995. So good to see that, that increase. For the average price of homes sold in Durham Region, the average selling price was $920,269 in August, which is an increase of 2.1% when compared to last month's average of $901,412. So very good to see that small incremental increase. This price point is, again, more in line with prices in the early part of last year and is actually slightly higher than last August in 2021 at the 918,133. Should also note that the average days on market has increased slightly again to 26 days, but it does seem to be leveling off a little bit in and around that point. So when we look at the ratio of sold to new listings, there are 1,275 new listings in August. And when we combine that with the number of homes sold, the ratio of sold to new listings increased to 63.2, moving more towards the upper end of a balanced market. So this is somewhat moderated by the fact that the number of new listings would have slowed a little bit at the end of August as people kind of waited to get over the Labor Day weekend. So it's a slightly elevated number than what I would say a trend would be. But it does look like we're seeing a little bit more market activity on the listings front. So when, in looking at those numbers, I think we have some positive numbers. The market correction that began in March seems to have leveled off a little bit in August, although 1 month of data does not make a trend. So I think the next month and even 2 months will certainly give us a little bit more information about whether or not we've truly leveled off and sort of where the direction is going. But certainly, by all accounts, we expect that to be the case.
Yeah. And as you very rightly said, Doug, 1 month doesn't give a trend. It could be a blip. And possibly, there are a number of reasons, possibly because everybody was anticipating the interest rates increase by Bank of Canada, which did by 75 basis points. That could have put a bit of pressure on the buyers to buy sooner than later, and they came out in August. Hopefully it's a trend and the market has turned, but it's definitely, we could see it leveling off, and so hopefully it would level off and stay stable as opposed to going up and down either way. So
yeah, and at a minimum, it's a slowing of the decrease at a minimum.
Yeah.
I think as well, the whole conversation about interest rates, which has been this, based on inflation, has been this break or this slowing down of the market. A lot of buyers have stepped out of the market because of the uncertainty, the fear of where interest rates might be going. Just in watching the news and reading some of the economists, there's a bit of a mixed view right now on where interest rates are going next. whether this last increase is the last increase, or whether if there are further increases, they'll be much smaller, whether it be 25 basis points, either once, maybe twice. But I think as a whole, just the fact that we're now talking about that amongst the, subject matter experts, the economists, that the buyers that are out there that had taken that step back, I think we're starting to see the beginnings of them coming back into the market.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that chicken and egg, right? It's like, which one comes first? It stabilizes in prices, and then the buyers come back, or buyers come back and then it stabilizes. It's probably a little bit of both, but certainly based on a lot of that conversation, I really do see or anticipate that we're likely to have a leveling off. I wouldn't expect significant increases in prices like we have in the past, just because interest rates are a lot higher, but certainly the ability to sell a home, I think, will improve. Give a little bit more certainty, for at least on the seller side, a little bit more certainty going forward.
Yeah. And the other thing with the increase in the interest rates, it usually takes about 3 to 6 months for that effect to become normalized. And people accept that, okay, the interest rates are no longer 1.6%, they are now 5%. So within the next 2 or 3 months, that would become the norm, and we'll move forward. So great. And as usual, if you are in the market or thinking of entering into the market, and you have any requirement for any information about selling, buying, what the market is doing, please feel free to give any of us a call. And the number is at the bottom of the newsletter. So feel free to call us, and we'll be happy to have a one-on-one with you and evaluate your particular circumstances. Thank you, and look forward to talking to you next month.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.